years ago, you would look at that and you go, the fuck do you mean? Wait, what? Immigrants are coming in and raping our daughters? Hello? Excuse me. Sorry. You are the most racist person I know. That's what we used to say 8 years ago. Now we're like, dude, actually, they are raping our daughters, and we have to rape them back. Here, I'm pushing for the We Rape the Immigrants First bill as a Democrat. What the fuck are we doing?
Joining us now, Democratic Senator from New York, Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. It's really good to have you on the show, Senator.
Great to be here.
You have said that. Happy Monday. We love Mondays. You've said that you worked very closely with Leader McConnell on this bill. Now that we see what's in it, seems to be as bipartisan as it gets.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't this?
It's only bipartisan because Democrats have conceded on every point that the Republicans have made on immigration. That's why it's bipartisan. I love that they're selling this as though it's bipartisan. It's literally just a Republican bill. It's like in an alternative universe, it would be as if like the Democrats pushed for Medicare for all, and then they were selling it as a bipartisan bill because the Republicans conceded on all the positions. Except in this world, the Democratic Party would also have to be in support of Medicare for all.
Why wouldn't both sides really want this to go through?
Well, it's a great question, Mika. Look, it took a long time, 4 months of arduous negotiations. They fell off the tracks a whole bunch of times. I had to be on the phone even at midnight saying, we got to keep going. Why? We're at a turning point in America. This bill is crucial, and history will look back on it and say, did America fail itself? Why is it crucial? Well, if we don't aid Ukraine, Putin will walk all over Ukraine. We will lose the war.
I can't believe this, dude. This bill, the only reason why the Democrats are desperately pushing for it is because, one, they think they will look stronger on immigration, and two, which, by the way, will not work. It will not work. I cannot stress this enough. You can never out-racist the Republican Party. All you do in that situation is just make racism more prevalent. And then you look like a fucking clown ass next election cycle when you go, well, sweetie, if you don't vote for us, the other side is going to kill immigrants. It's like, bro, you just voted to kill immigrants. You're on Morning Joe pushing for the kill immigrants bill. Suck my dick. Like, I didn't fucking forget that. I'm not going to forget that. It's so close to the goddamn election cycle. You think I'm going to lose sight of that reality? Like, it's right here. It's in front of my face. These guys literally are like, oh, God. Oh, no. The fascists are coming. The fascists are coming. It's like, bitch, you're here. You're here. You're welcoming them with open arms. Suck my cock. Fuck you, you fucking monster. And the major reason why they're doing it is because they want to give money to Ukraine. But more importantly than Ukraine, they want to give money to Israel, okay? They're like, let's pass the Guatemalan child murder bill here in America, which will feature the fucking Palestinian child murder spending package associated with it. And then I have to sit here and act like they're the fucking lesser evil, dog. Get the fuck out of here.
And we could be fighting in Eastern Europe in a NATO ally in a few years. Americans won't like that. If we don't help Israel defend itself against Hamas, that perpetual war will go on and on and on. If we don't help humanitarian aid to the starving Palestinians in Gaza, hundreds of thousands could starve. And the border.
That's the grossest part about it, too, because it's like they're also like, hey, we're going to give Israel like $17 billion. But also we're going to give like a couple million to the Palestinian children that they're killing, too. Sick, man. Why are you keeping them alive at that point? Just like don't give them any money so that Israel can kill them faster? Like, what the fuck? Like, you want to keep them alive so that Israel can, like, torture them further? Is that what's going on in your fucking ethnic cleansing bill? Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, UNRWA is explicitly named and banned from receiving any of the money, too. So that's the other part about this. Speaking of UNRWA, we will talk about the Channel 4 video that came out that examines the UNRWA Hamas allegations, the UNRWA connection to Hamas allegations, which apparently is a fucking lie. Oh, my God, I'm so shocked. I'm shocked, I tell you. How shocking.
Everyone has said it's chaos. A speaker, you just saw Speaker Johnson. He said it's chaos. We have to do something legislative a few months ago. But what has happened, in answer to your question, so this is crucial for America. It's a turning point. History is going to look over our shoulders and say, did we rise to the occasion? To his credit, Mitch McConnell did.
He's right about that. He's right about that. It's a turning point for America. History can look back and go like, remember when the Nazi regime of the United States of America aligned perfectly with the Nazi regime of Israel? And they got together and they passed this Nazi bill to give the Nazis in Israel more fucking money to kill literal children. Fucking turning point it is, for sure. This is definitely an important pivot point in history, for sure. Full tilt fascism, yeah.
But too many Republicans, including Speaker Johnson, are just scared to death of Donald Trump. Donald Trump has said he wants chaos. Donald Trump has said, well, wait till I become president. That'll take at least a year. Ukraine could be gone. The border will get much worse. War in the Middle East will get worse, maybe bringing us into it. He's doing it all for political
maybe bringing
reasons.
us into it.
And let me just say, will senators, the crucial...
Guys, Donald Trump might bring us into war in the Middle East. As the Democratic president is bombing Iraq, Syria, Yemen... Might as well bomb Gaza, too, while they're at it. All to defend Gaza, really. Oh, man, dude. If it would suck. Jordan? No, not Jordan. But it would suck. Dude, it sure would suck if Donald Trump brought us into war in the Middle East.
Question, the $64,000 question. The majority of Republican senators know this bill is the right thing to do. It's a compromise. I don't like everything in it. Neither does McConnell. But it's a compromise. That's the only way you get things important done in the Senate. We proved that 2 years ago in our bipartisan legislation. And will the senators drown out the political noise from Trump and his minions and do the right thing for America? It's a crucial question. History is looking down on every one of us right now.
So, Senator, what do you say to Speaker Johnson, who says this bill is worse than he thought, or whatever it was he said? I mean, how does one not see how these House Republicans are responding to this bill as not the hand of Trump and even Putin at...
It's so insane that we are giving everything to the Republicans and they're still blowing it up. The Democrats are giving everything to the Republicans in this bill. Everything. I wasn't saying it sarcastically. We literally did strike Jordan. Wait, what? We strike Jordan? Wait, what? Attack on you? No, that's attack on U.S. bases in Jordan. We didn't strike Jordan. They struck our base in Jordan. We have bases everywhere, including a secret one in Jordan. That would have been wild if we also struck Jordan. Here's Tower 22, by the way. That's like, it literally borders right here. That's what they struck. Bomb ourselves as a flex, dog. Yeah. It's like America energy is like going up and being like, yeah, dog, I'll pay. Hey, man, I know my copay says $40, but I'm willing to pay the entire fucking procedure at urgent care. Guess what? I'll just grind extra hard. America's doing that to itself. It's like, oh, yeah, Iran, you said you won't bomb our targets in retaliation, but guess what? We bombed our own targets anyway. That's right. I'm trying to beat your ass with a handicap. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. What would you change in the bill? I would literally not put this bill forward at all. It is an idiotic bill. Oftentimes I talk about how Republicans have bad policy, but very good politics. And what I mean by that is they're very good at playing the political game. Democrats, on the other hand, are supposed to have good policies and bad politics. They're not good at playing the game, but they're supposed to push for good policy. This is a situation where it is the worst of both worlds. It's both bad politics and bad policy. It's bad politics to concede to your opponent on a pivotal issue such as immigration, basically completely remanufacturing the notion that immigration is not a separate standalone economic policy circumstance, but instead a matter of national security. That is nutty. The notion that immigration is supposed to be considered from the lens of national security is so crazy that it was objectively viewed as a white supremacist position not that long ago. 8 years ago, you would look at that and you go, the fuck do you mean? Wait, what? Immigrants are coming in and raping our daughters? Hello? excuse me, sorry, you are the most racist person I know. That's what we used to say 8 years ago. Now we're like, dude, actually, they are raping our daughters, and we have to rape them back. Here, I'm pushing for the We Rape the Immigrants First bill as a Democrat. What the fuck are we doing? What is going on? Like, what the fuck? This is out of control. It's so psychotic. We've lost the plot entirely. Bad politics because it's literally like, it's bad politics because, like, obviously conceding to your opposition on this issue is psychotic. It's just wrong. Okay? Conceding to your opposition on this front is so wrong. All you did is normalize it. All you did is basically say, you know what? We got to hand it to the right wing. They're right. Immigrants are raping our daughters. Okay? That's all you did. And guess what? They will always outfuck you on the racism side. Okay? That's number one. Number two, it's bad policy. What do you mean? We're not going to do catch and release. We're just going to do permanent detentions? Really? That seems like a good idea to you? The notion that we even talk about this as catch and release, like we're talking about motherfucking, as though we're talking about fish and not like real human beings, is also really fucked up. Okay? We're talking about legal asylum seekers following the actual legal processes, okay? Like 95% of them return to their court cases. 95%! There's no reason not to allow them to legally seek asylum. It's so fucked up. It's just pure vitriolic racism that guides this entire bill. Okay? It's pure vitriolic white nativist immigration policy that is guiding this. It's like psychopathic, bloodthirsty, racist bullshit that's guiding this bill, and the Democrats completely fucking caved on it. Suck my dick, dude. Why did they cave on it? They caved on it so they could give more money to Ukraine and go give more money to fucking Israel especially. Holy moly, dude. Chill with the white stuff? What do you mean chill with the white stuff? White nativist? Smart as liberal? The fuck is he on about? I like fish, chill with the white stuff? White nativism is a very specific type of policy that we're talking about here, okay? Let's continue with this fucking demon has to say.
And what do you say to Speaker Johnson directly about how they're playing this?
Yeah, I say to Speaker Johnson, don't let the 30 hard right people in the House who are extreme, they wanted us to default. They wanted the government not to pay its debts. They wanted us, the government to shut down. They're extremists. And they're running your show. Do the right thing. You know what the right thing to do is. You know we need to fix our border. You know that it has to be bipartisan. The bill that you passed didn't get a single Democratic vote in the House or the Senate. How are you going to get anything done? Or do you just want to make a speech as you admittedly say the border's in chaos? Do something about it. Don't just politically posture.
So, Leader Schumer, Speaker Johnson is.
Oh, they're so horny. Oh, they're so horny. Dude, they are literally, oh my God. Oh God. What a world that we live in. What a world that we live in. It took us 4 years ago from do not build a border wall. That's a white supremacist thing. Children in cages, no thank you, to literally being like, no, I'm going to put the fucking kids in cages, actually. I'm going to kill them. I actually don't even want them to fucking go to cage. I'll kill them myself. That's what the Democrats are doing. That's crazy. God, I fucking hate this party so much. They suck so much ass, dude. Oh, fuck, they're so shitty. Yeah, vote for Biden or fascism will win. It's like, bro, fascism is winning. Close your eyes and imagine this being the Trump administration's doing, and you will maybe then realize it's really fucked up. Unless your only disagreement with Trump is an aesthetic one. For many, that is the case, I think.
Just noted, came out against the bill, say it's worse than he expected. He's also been very clear. He's like, this is dead on arrival. He's saying this has no chance to pass the House. But if this does pass the Senate, which is you're confident will do.
It's insane to me that there's not a single fucking media person on MSNBC chat, MSNBC, Not one person is going, hey, why are you giving the Republicans everything that they want on borders issues after running for an entire fucking year? Why is it that you are, you complain so much about all the Trump shit? And we did too. And yet for some weird reason, what happened? Like you forgot about all that shit? Like now you want to do it yourself? What's happening?
Confident, hopeful is the right word. This is hard. And our Republican senators, we need a bunch of them, are under a lot of pressure from the right-wing Trump part of the party.
So let's do it in two parts. Talk to us a little more about the dynamics in the Senate and why you are hopeful. And then secondly, but even if you get it through the Senate, if he's saying it's dead, what happens next? How do the dynamics change?
Good questions, both. How do we get it through the Senate? Senators have to rise to the occasion. A large number of senators have shown real courage.
I hate this. I hate this piece of shit. Dude, we have the top Democrat in the Senate, the majority leader, a New York Democrat on MSNBC, right? Democratic Party's Fox News, promoting, nay, begging to push a white nativist comprehensive immigration border proposal. That's insane. This is a genuine, ginormous shift in attitudes. Like we went from saying Trump is a fascist to literally pushing for Trump's agenda and offering it and even advocating for it. Like, please, we need to pass this bill. Please, I beg you. It's so Jover.
Senator Langford. I mean, he was chosen by Mitch McConnell to negotiate this because he's very conservative. He's not in the middle
never been
of where
more
the
Jover.
Republican senators are. He's somewhat to the right, a very religious, deeply God-fearing man. And he had the courage to do it. McConnell, maybe I'm not supposed to say something good about McConnell because the right wing will go, ow, 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 which they always do. But he's shown courage because he knows it's the right thing to do. I've had private talks with McConnell. He knows what will happen to America if Putin.
Bro, they sent 10 Venezuelans to New York, and Chuck Schumer's like, we have to literally murder them. They are poisoning our bloodstreams. I'm losing it. I swear to God, every American is like one minor inconvenience away from being an Adolf Hitler supporter, okay? I swear to God. Dude, literally every fucking American, especially above like 200 grand a year in salary, is one slight inconvenience away from hailing the Fourth Reich. Like liberals, Republicans, all of them. There's no like, hold on, let's like reimagine the world. Let's fucking, dial it back a little bit. Let's fucking build housing or shelter, or like, let's get some federal funding allocated specifically to the migrants that were kidnapped and fucking shipped like they're pieces of parcel to New York. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Putin and Ukraine succeed. And we have some of these right-wing Republicans in the Senate who used to decry Putin and now say don't aid Ukraine. All political, and really horribly political, because of so much is at stake. So let's assume that our senators in the Senate rise to the occasion. Okay? And I hope they will. Everyone's talking to each other. Once they look at the bill, when Langford showed some of the Republicans the bill, they finally saw what was in it and say, oh, this is a real compromise. This isn't to sell out one way or the other. If it passes the Senate.
Bro, what is the compromise? The compromise is only considered a compromise if the Democratic Party's position is now firmly in the Trump camp.
There are a large number of congressmen in the House. First, there's a big group of hawks in the middle, and they care about funding Ukraine. They always have. And the strategy of Johnson is right now do nothing. There's a large number of pro-Israel people. They care about that. Then there's a large number of progressive legislators, I'm included, who want to see that the people in Gaza don't starve, and we get that aid to them. Plus, there are some who care about Taiwan, and there's money there to bolster us.
Dog, you literally just said we have to give money to Israel so they can end this quickly. We heard you say that. The fuck do you mean? I heard you say it with my own ears. You literally said you care about getting money quickly and expeditiously to Israel to defend Israel and so that they can do what needs to be done. You know what I mean? We also cut off aid to Gaza, like the international community, international organization.
Against China's aggression there. You know, we're in an aggressive world. And we've got a lot of dictators linking up, Russia, China, Iran. If we don't defend ourselves, we don't want this to be like 1938.
So you just spelled out that there's a lot of constituency.
We're the Nazis, dog. You. Okay? Us, the Americans. We're the Nazis. It is like 1938. We're the fucking Nazis, man. We are the Nazis. You're literally pushing a comprehensive baby murder package that has baby murder on both of the conditions. Every part of this is baby murder maxed out at the behest of the U.S. military-industrial complex. What the fuck are you talking about? Bro, how do you not support China, Russia, and Iran? It's absurd. Yeah, I know, dude. I know. It's always... we have to kill Palestinian children or else I'm supporting Iran. Okay? We have to. We have to kill Guatemalan children at the fucking border. We have to just, like, deny asylum processing to, like, refugees that are trying to legally come into the country, because if we don't do that, then I'm supporting China and Russia. Yeah, we are worse than Russia. I will stand on that 100%. We are worse than Russia. This doesn't mean Russia is good. Russia is also very bad, okay? Russia does America shit. Russia does America shit in Ukraine, okay? 100%. But we, pound for pound, are worse overall. We do so much. We do all over the world. We do Russia shit everywhere. Two wrongs don't make a right. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I guess, like, unless you're saying, like, two wrongs don't make a right, that's why America can't behave the way that it's behaving.
He's there for this bill. But Speaker Johnson is suggesting he won't even bring it up for a vote.
Well, he's saying that now because he hopes, his nightmare is we pass it in the Senate. So he's doing everything he can to thwart us passing it in the Senate. But once we pass it in the Senate, God willing, I think there'll be huge pressure from within his caucus and without to get this done. If he put this bill on the floor of the House, excuse me, if he put this bill on the floor of the House right now, it would pass. It would get a lot of Democratic votes and would get some good number of Republican votes.
Senator, you've always been candid with me. We go back many, many years.
We sure do.
When you look at the fact that the Hispanic caucus and others, Menendez and others, have opposed it, is part of the battle to get enough Republicans, since you have some Democrats, for whatever reasons, that are against it. And in the House...
Wait, what do you mean, whatever reason? What do you mean, whatever reason, bro? I guess he means, like, some Democrats, like Menendez, maybe are pushing for it from the right or something. Like, there's definitely good reason to be against this bill. Come on, Al Sharpton, what the fuck? He lost all the weight. And half of it was from his brain, I think. Menendez, well-known right-winger. Wait, yeah, Bob Menendez is a well-known right-winger. I don't know why Menendez is opposing this bill, but I would suspect that, like, he probably is opposing it because he's got really bad press right now, and he at least has the fucking smarts to recognize that this is an idiotic fucking bill to be on board with. Damn, he's cooking. I hate that. Fuck. I hate that. He's right. Fuck. Worst day of my fucking life today. Jesus Christ. God damn it, dude. What happened? Did Egypt send him more money to fucking oppose the bill or something? What's happening? Why? You just don't want to see a Latinx king prosper. That's what it is. My Latinx king, dude.
Talk about Johnson, but Johnson doesn't have a huge majority in the House. It's only like a couple of votes, and our fellow Brooklynite Hakeem Jeffries can, has so far been able to deliver a lot of the Democrats. Even some progressives like you and I may have some questions, but it's the overall good. Can you etch out enough Republicans in the Senate and in the House, since you only need 4 or 5, given Johnson's not playing with a strong...
God, he's such a... This fucking old bitch, dude. Shut the fuck up, Al, you dumb fuck. Like, what do you mean? Oh, look at him. He's like... He's talking about this as though, like, it's established fact that this bill is good. No interest in doing even a fraction of a little bit of a crumb of journalism. It's so funny to think that Al Sharpton used to be like a pretty rugged black nationalist in this country in the 90s. Oh my God.
Hand here. Can you get enough to pass these bills when we're looking at cities being invaded, Democratic mayors, particularly black ones being invaded, and you see cops.
I'm sorry, what? Bro, how is this different than Fox News, man? We're watching fucking Fox News. Oh God, this country is so goddamn fascist. Oh my God, suck my dick, America. America, suck my cock. You have nothing. We can't redeem this country. Oh my God. Oh my God, this makes me sick. He's gross, dude.
It's being beat up in Times Square, and it should have a humanitarian migrant kind of situation here. But at the same time, we are looking.
How is this different? He's still a nationalist. Goes to show you black nationalism is nationalism reactionary.
At the fact
He's
that
not. You think Al Sharpton is still a black nationalist? What are you, crazy?
A crisis.
It should alarm you how fucking little you understand, like Al Sharpton's politics. I guess that it is indecipherable. You literally turned around. You turned around and you're like, wow, man, black nationalism is really bad, actually. Because, like, it makes you what? A fucking regular run-of-the-mill liberal who says the exact same things that the Republicans say? Yeah, the only thing left in Al Sharpton is, like, as far as any kind of, like, liberatory, emancipatory black nationalism is that he's black and maybe a nationalist.
It's broken. Everyone admits. Left, right, center, the border's broken. So we can all sit in our corners and say, do it my way or no way, and get nothing done and let it continue to be broken. And by the way, it's going to be more broken next year than it is this year if we don't fix it, because you have all these gangs and other coyotes and others bringing even more innocent people who are just struggling for their lives across the border. So the question is, are we able?
Allah is going to take him, dude. It's in his throat.
We will lose a few Democratic votes, but not many. The overwhelming view in my caucus is, first, for Ukraine and aid for Israel. Second, to fix the border. So I think we'll get the vast majority of votes in our caucus, but the way the Senate works, as you know, you need 60. We have 51. So we at least need 9, but probably you need a good, the more the better, because that puts more pressure on Johnson to go along in his body. And in the House, you know, as you say, Hakeem's doing a great job, our fellow Brooklynite.
Right.
Brooklyn's in the House. I think that if Johnson were to make an effort to make this pass, he'd get the votes, because there's a large chunk of people in his caucus who don't want to see Ukraine go down the drain. And that's it. This started as Ukraine. Now, the Republicans said add border. We need their votes. So we did add border, and then we negotiated, much to the surprise of many, in real good faith. So it's not everything you or I would want. But it's clearly an improvement dealing with the chaos in the border.
Well, Senator, this definitely has a lot of foreign policy priorities in it. Do you support congressional authorization for ongoing kinetic action against the Houthis?
Yeah, well,
it's a bipartisan group has come forward.
Yeah, they have.
Supporting.
Thus far, the president has given us adequate notice on every one of these, and that's.
Oh my God, we are doing the meme. When do I get to vote for someone who actually represents the working class? That's the neat part. You don't. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's just like, oh. Sometimes your reactions confuse me. None of this surprises you, right? And if we can't vote and change any of this, are we just doing copium acting like voices we heard? Like, are acting like voices are heard? I've been real depressed about this lately. Would love your insight. Even just going to Palestinian protests obsesses me now. Sorry for reposting. I'm dooming right now. No, it's actually uniquely bad. Democratic Party never ceases to amaze me. And always rush into the bottom of the barrel for bad politics. Bad politics and bad policy all the way down. The saving grace here in this situation is the even more fascist coalition in the Republican Party is like, this is not fascist enough, / we're just simply blowing this up so that we can get Donald Trump to use this as a fucking talking point in the election. So that's it. That's like the major point here. That's the one saving grace. Thank God for the fucking white nationalist wingnut group in the Republican Party that is like blowing up the goddamn bill. I do love that the Republicans literally kept saying, oh, you want to fund Ukraine to help Ukrainian border security against Russians, but you don't want to fund our border for like 4 years. And then the Democratic Party just looked at that and was like, we shouldn't even counter message against this. Like, this is brilliant. This is a brilliant take. We should just adopt it as our position. Like, this was Marjorie Taylor Greene, okay? A year ago or 2 years ago, this was Marjorie Taylor Greene's like message on Ukraine. Why are we funding Ukrainian border security, but we can't fund our own border security in the South? And now it's like Chuck Schumer saying that same thing. That's crazy. Of course, when Chuck Schumer concedes on that and says we must fund the fucking border and also Ukrainian borders, then Marjorie Taylor Greene goes, we must execute Mexicans on sight. So next year, Chuck Schumer is going to turn around and go, we must execute Mexicans on sight. I guess that's what we're doing. Is that the goal? That's the ratchet effect right there. Al Sharpton said the cities are being invaded, man. It's not even the ratchet effect anymore. It's just a call and response effect. It's actually, you're right. It is worse than the ratchet effect. I'll tell you why it's worse than the ratchet effect. Because the ratchet effect implies that like Republicans are pushing the boundaries and then the Democrats aren't able to like push back against it. There's a difference between the ratchet effect and what the Democrats are doing now. What the Democrats are doing now is like basically cutting the Republicans or trying to cut the Republicans out and outflanking them on right-wing shit.
Satisfies me at this point.
All right.
Which is really interesting because that's exactly what Labour is doing as well in the UK. It is kind of crazy when you think about it. The Labour Party in the UK is doing almost the exact same thing where they're like, we're going to outflank the Tories on issues, real issues like funding the police. That's right. And like austerity measures for the NHS. It's so weird. What the fuck's going on, man? What are you guys doing? You guys are so stupid. You fucking dumb bitches. Oh my God, you all deserve to lose. And you are going to lose. You're going to lose. You're going to lose. And Democrats are going to lose. And every single dumb liberal is going to come in here and be like, Hasan, you did this. Hasan, you did this. Why didn't you tell me that the Democratic Party's border proposal bill was actually good? Even though it was identical to the Republican Party's border proposal. Hasan, you and the 20,000 leftists that fucking still ended up probably voting for mostly Democrats. You guys did this. It's your fault. I will not look at my own stupid fucking party and all of its dumb, idiotic policy ideas and bad politics. It must be the Bernie bros.